Hello and welcome. My name is Shruti, and today I'm going to present my paper on the notion of art in the age of mechanical and digital reproduction. It is widely considered that the value of art is based on its originality, the creativity of the artist. The whole aura surrounding a work of art is closely associated with its originality and its presence in an exhibition or a museum or a gallery. The question to ask here is, what purpose does a piece of art serve when it is only hung in a museum? Or can art serve a purpose in society by reaching the masses through distribution, circulation, and reproduction in order to have an impact? So, should the aura of art be determined by its value on account of its originality, authenticity, individual genius, and uniqueness, or its ability to reach people and serve a greater purpose? Walter Benjamin's essay, The Work of Art in the Age of Mechanical Reproduction, proposes that mechanical reproduction can reproduce from a particular source or sources multiple copies, which facilitates the distribution of not just one particular work of art but also the sensibility of the artist. The essay, published in 1937, was a time when digital media was a distant truth. The mention of mechanical ways of reproduction brings his theory to the forefront when looking at the aura associated with the art. I would like to discuss two examples which analyzes this and establishes to an extent the importance of reproduction of art specifically in the modern context. In this digital age, reproduction and distribution of content is an important aspect in raising social awareness on issues that concern society. The current situation we are all in due to COVID-19 pandemic is an example. The two case studies I'll be presenting are, one of them is from the pre-digital era, which is May 68, a student-led protest that happened in Paris. And the other one is the post-digital era, which is a digital archival of the Holocaust that happened during World War II. The 60s brought with it a wave of revolution in many countries against the capitalist uprising. There was no one reason for protest, but several, and every country was dealing with it in a different manner. In France, it was started by the students. The posters that I am presenting are from the students' protest in May 68 and are examples of the pre-digital era. In the spring of 1968, students revolted in Paris in order to bring a socio-political change in the country. Politically, the protest may not have succeeded, but it did create an impact and awareness amongst the masses through the posters. Their protest was creatively characterized with posters which were created at the Atelier Populaire in the École des Beaux-Arts in its lithography studio after the students occupied it. It was the students who started making those posters and was later joined by other artists. These posters were made with the process of silkscreen, which could print thousands of copies overnight to be distributed and circulated by sticking them on the walls of the factories and other public places. The purpose was to convey the political, social, and cultural messages that the student revolt wanted to represent. Till then, the silkscreen technique for printing was used mainly for commercial purposes like advertisements and pop art, but these posters changed that, all because of the reproductive value of the work of art using the silkscreen method. Interestingly, it may be noted that none of these posters were signed by the creators, thus taking away the valued signature of the artist in the modern era. The aura of these posters, thus, could be only established by its reproductive and distribution value by reaching a larger audience and meaning to create the impact that they were meant to. And not only entirely by the artist's sensibilities and by virtue of display in exhibitions. Digital archival of the Holocaust. This example is about the archival of photographs related to Nazi concentration camps. Coming from India, I may have little or no knowledge of such a historical event during the World War II. I have read about the war in our history books but never could understand the extent of it. Visiting Auschwitz and viewing firsthand the extent of calamity of the Holocaust and documenting it made me realize that the story needs to be told again and again. That is what I'm trying to do through the photographs I took in Auschwitz and Birkenau. There are many organizations down the years who have come together to build various memorials, museums, schools, and where they have digitally archived the incidents of Holocaust. Just to name some of them, some of the organizations are Yad Vashem Memorial and Museum Auschwitz-Birkenau, National Holocaust Museum Hollande, Jewish Museum Berlin. These digital archives are available for masses to know more about the historical incident through their active circulation and distribution of information in the form of videos, photographs, and text. These digital archives can reach out to a large number of masses. The audience today is more socially aware and active to form their own opinion than the pre-digital era. Many of the images and videos taken are unnamed and not considered of artistic value, but the very fact that it reaches the masses and helps people realize the shame imposed on humanity even today builds its aura and blesses the photos with a message that never again. Thank you.